Here we have a new 2025 Chevrolet Traverse. This one comes in the Z71 trim level, so we get that all-wheel drive. Mosaic black metallic is the paint, and then we have jet black with torch red stitched Evotex interior. Powertrain consists of a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It's made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. So not too many changes compared to the 24. Same front end, same beautiful front fascia, LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights, red recovery hooks up front, excuse me. But fantastic look. These are one of the best looking SUVs out right now in my opinion. 18-inch aluminum wheels. Love having the Goodyear Wrangler tires to just give it that aggressive front end there. Passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. Power door lock controls. We have express down on all windows except the driver's side, which has one-touch automatic up and down. We have our power mirror controls there. Blind spot monitors. These mirrors are also heated. Power liftgate controls there. Drive modes, all-wheel drive, auto stop, and all that can be toggled. We also have an electronic parking brake, which you press in to engage and hit the brake, press it again to disengage. Pedals there, hood release, manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. There's the power driver seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Love the stitching there in the headrest saying Z71. Big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Traverse today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find the best price on a new Traverse in your area, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out the information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these. But $49,794 is a sticker, 19 miles per gallon city, 24 highway. And let's go ahead and check out this rear seat room. So I like that the second row sits up quite a bit. You can see I'm kind of looking down on the driver's seat just with how it's adjusted, but good space. Seat back pockets are on both sides. Rear AC controls are here. You also have a 3-prong 120-volt household plug in there with 2 USB-C charge ports, bottle holders. Look at the front. And then you can see the third row when the seat's up compared to when the seat's down. And then you get a USB-C charge port and a bottle holder on each side in the third row. Child lock, control that on or off there. Fuel filler. And to the back end, another just great design job. Whoever designed this vehicle, they need something, because this is just, again, a stunning SUV. LED tail lamps, dual exhaust there, integrated trailer hitch. We also get the trailer hitch view with the included driver confidence package. And then plenty of space even behind the third row with it being up. They did a great job with that. And then you can get to your spare underneath here when you undo these 4 hooks. But you still have tons of storage when you're not using it. Top tethers are integrated in the back of the third row there. And as we come around to the rear passenger side, I'll show you how the seat folds down. You just pull up there. And when the seat's up far enough, pretty easy to fold it flat. And then you can pull this from the back, and that tilts the seat up for easier access. And then a manual 4-way front passenger seat here. Nice storage pocket underneath where the shifter would be on a traditional vehicle. Glove compartment, owner's manuals. Love the red trim, just how they put that throughout. There's a little bit in a few places, but not too much. And there's that 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, mostly covered up there. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. Nice leather wrap steering wheel here. Feels very nice. There's a horn there. Now to the radio, we do get the newer, I think it's like 17.7 inches, something like that, screen here. We still get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto wirelessly in the Traverse, thank goodness. Dual zone automatic climate controls there. And then you have your trailering here so you can start the light test. Vehicle status, this is one of my favorite things. You can kind of go in here and just click on certain things. It'll tell you the oil life and tire pressure, brake pads, all of that. And then you can just go through the actual menu there and you can pull up the gauges if you so choose. Audio, you get AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, Google News, podcast, Alexa, the USB drive, and again, the CarPlay, Android Auto. And then with this one having the Google Maps, you can go ahead and go in there and set all of that up. And I love Google Maps. This is a subscription-based service to get full-on capability, but just really fast with the Android system. Backup cameras there, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Front cameras there. And then your controls, your headlamps are actually going to be right in here. You can turn those on or off. And then you have your hill descent, traction control, and all of that, which can be controlled through the screen as well. Down here, you have shortcuts for the climate controls. If you just want to adjust the fan speed or the temperature, turn the whole system on or off, you can. USB-C, USB-A ports there, a 12-volt wireless charging pad right here. Bottle holders, additional storage there that you can cover. And then center console cubby space with a removable tray in there. Pretty good space, I think. There's a look at the back from up here. Sunglasses holders, hazards right in there if you ever need them. And then here we have the vanity mirror. Now back to the steering wheel. Left side blinkers. Wipers can be adjusted here. Rear wiper fluids there for the rear, and then push in for the front. High beam toggle there when the low beams are on. And then paddle shifters are behind the steering wheel. Now for the shifter, it is a column shifter, so hit the brake, pull, neutral, down, drive, up, reverse, press P for park. And then while you're in drive, hit this low, or this L, it turns the low mode on, and then you can use those paddle shifters for that. Standard adaptive cruise, which is nice. We can turn that on or off, cancel, set the speed, and set the gap adjust there. Then your heated steering wheel toggle is here. Mute button, Bluetooth button, voice recognition. Hit that for your audio. You can toggle the audio sources. And then you can use this as a scroll bar when applicable. And then here you can change the gauge cluster layout. But behind on the left side, you can still toggle the track list or radio station favorites from here. And then down here, volume up or down. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. And next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Traverse Z71 out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in the Traverse here, I've seen a lot of complaints just in like Facebook groups, things of that nature, talking about how the V6 is better than the 4-cylinder. I don't agree. I think this 2.5 4-cylinder really gets the job done. It's very peppy. And most people are not gonna be doing heavy duty towing with one of these. And obviously you get more low end torque with the bigger displacement V6, but in terms of passing power, in terms of just the feel of acceleration, this engine is just better in that aspect. And you all let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, because I'm gonna give it a little pull here. Here we go. So pretty quick, I think. Now again, we do get the adaptive cruise here. And I didn't have the all-wheel drive on. I just turned it on now. And I love being able to do that on the fly. And that was in the standard drive mode as well. So you put it into sport mode and things of that nature, and you can really give it something. But ride quality is fantastic. You have the beefier tires, obviously, but even with this more off-road oriented suspension and drivetrain, still very comfortable on the interstate. Wind noise is minimal, road noise is minimal. But what really gets me on these is they just look so freaking good. The front fascia, the rear end, the side profile, everything is just, it's a sweet SUV, it really is. Now, in terms of what you get for the money, this one is priced just a little under $50,000 sticker, and you get the looks, you get the infotainment system. You don't have some of the added features that you get on the RS or the High Country. If it was me, I would go with the RS just because you get the heated cooled seats as an option. You have the adaptive cruise, you have the Super Cruise as an option. And I feel like for right under $60,000, you get everything you could want with a really slick package, especially the wheels. Now the Z71, I feel like there are going to be a lot more of those sold just because it is under that 50 grand mark. You get something that looks very nice, very athletic, along with the all-wheel drive capability. So if you don't want to necessarily do an LT for 42 grand, this gets you probably the best look. This is the one that turns heads the most, I would think, just with the red recovery hooks, the front fascia, just a more aggressive stance as opposed to an RS or a High Country. But the interior is just lacking in terms of not having a sunroof standard, not having the Super Cruise on most of these, if not all of them, and just missing the cooled seats. So things that I would rather pay the extra money for if I was going to get one. But again, a lot of people just love these. They look good, they look futuristic, and they don't care about that other stuff. Okay, it has heated seats, I don't need cooled seats. It has adaptive cruise, I don't need Super Cruise. I don't ever use my sunroof, so I don't care. This is the way to go. And there are a lot of people, even in Tennessee, who are like, oh, I've just got to have all-wheel drive. So that's why these have been selling like hotcakes. Now, I want to give one more thank you to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Traverse today. I'll leave a link below in the description. These do come with a lifetime powertrain warranty at this dealership. But if you're looking to find a Traverse closer to your area or any new vehicle, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out that info, and I'll make sure the dealers are fighting to get you the best price. But again, final thoughts, just a solid SUV. And honestly, in the market, I would take this over a Pilot. I would take this over a Highlander. It's just the best looking SUV in its class, I think. And that's just my opinion. But if I were to get an SUV, it's definitely going to be a Traverse, just for what you get here. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Chevy Traverse Z71 with all-wheel drive.